Well, good morning, viewers. Today we have a 2007 Mazda B4000. It's here for a bunch of work, and I went to bring it in the shop and it wouldn't crank. Starter makes no attempt to crank. Turn the key. No attempt to crank. I don't see any security lights on, but let's scan it and see what it has to show. So here's the results of the network code scan. P1000, which means the onboard monitors haven't run in past and somebody's recently cleared the codes. Occupant classification system, front passenger side, low battery voltage at module, low battery voltage. Vehicle communication network fault, front fog lamp relay, tire pressure sensor. This code is concerning. PATS ignition key transponder signal not received. So it could be in a security mode, vehicle communication, network fault, low battery at module, and so on. So got a record of these codes. I'm going to clear the codes. Okay, I'm going to try starting it again. Okay, so it wouldn't start. I'm going to go into the instrument cluster and see if the code returned. No codes. Let's do a code scan again. So it didn't reset that security code. So who knows how long it's been in the system. I have no history on this truck whatsoever. Okay, now let's approach this as a conventional potential starter problem, and let's see if we can command the starter. No. Oh, maybe under output controls. No, not on this vehicle. I'll see if I can find data showing crank event. So none of the engine data list had the status of the starter circuit, so we're going to look at this wiring diagram, see how the starter works on this vehicle. So as a Mazda or a Ford, they don't label the actual relays and fuses in here. You have to go to the owner's manual, which is not in the truck. For some reason my information site is not loading, so I found it on Google actually. This is the starter relay. It's relay number 56 in here. And we're going to do some testing at this relay. There should be power on either 30 or 87 in here, and that relay sends power out the opposite pin to make the starter crank. So we're going to put a switch in here and see if it'll crank, and then we're going to put a relay tester in and check the circuits. So there's the engine compartment fuse blocks layout for 3 and 4 liter. Number 56, I believe, is the starter relay. Starter relay 56. You got to remember that this image is on the cover is a mirror image. So that's the starter relay. Actually, that's looking at the fuse box, but the cover is a mirror image. That's right. So let's do some testing at the relay. So I got a test light connected to the battery negative post, and pin 87 of this relay is hot. So I'm going to move my test light alligator clip to the positive post. My alligator clip jumped off. So I'm moving it to the positive post. So if there's continuity through terminal 30 to the starter motor, it should light. So if I touch a known good ground here, it lights the test light. So if there's continuity through terminal 30, it should light. So that solenoid is not open, but I think the motor terminal is probably corroded off the solenoid. So I'm going to put a relay switch in here, and I'll make sure it's off when I plug it in. Now this is an automatic, so I know it's in park. But if this was a standard, you'd want to make triple sure that the transmission's in neutral. because when I push this button, it should crank, and it doesn't. So we're going to do one more test at this relay to confirm the control side is working in case there's more than one problem. So I got one of those Lyle relay breakout boxes in there, and I've got a test light wired across pin 85 and 86 of the relay. The relay should click, although I couldn't hear it from inside the cab, and the test light should come on. It should then send power out pin 30. So let's see if the test light comes on when I try to crank it. I can't see it. I'm going to have to rely on the camera. I'm going to put it up here so that I can see it. Yeah, so I can hear the relay clicking. So there's continuity through the solenoid, so I suspect the motor terminal is corroded off of the solenoid between the motor and the solenoid on the starter itself. So we're going to put it up in the air and have a look. Well, the plot thickens. There's what appears to be a reman starter in there already. Although it doesn't look like they cleaned the ground terminal when they put it on. It probably didn't clean the other terminals. So it's obviously not likely, well, it could be a failed reman starter. Well, we're going to put a test light on that control wire, the small wire there. Focus. And see if we're getting power sent down here from the starter relay. Okay, so I'm going to operate the starter. Got a test light wired to the S terminal. I can't see it from up here. So there is power being sent to the S terminal. I reviewed the video clip here, and I could see the light was blinking on and off as I was turning the key repeatedly. So unless it's a connection problem, which they don't look that bad, it is a failed reman starter. I'm going to talk to the customer and see how he wants to proceed now. So I've got a remote start button here connected to the battery positive post. And I'm going to try to put some power to the S terminal on top on the starter motor. Connections don't look bad. Highly unusual that starter would fail like that. But then again, maybe the motor terminal inside the starter failed because there's no continuity for the pull-in winding to energize the solenoid, it seems anyways. So we're back working on this 07 Mazda B4000, and I've got a new starter. Customer has supplied me another starter. I've taken the original one out. I don't see anything obviously wrong with it. I want to point out a couple of things here though. The mounting surface on the is rusty. It should be cleaned. The cable eyelets should be cleaned. That's the ground cable. The positive cable up there should be cleaned as well. If you're going to go to all this trouble and not clean this, you're asking for a problem. So we're going to clean this up and install it. Wire brush the bolt on the ground especially. But that mounting surface on the bell housing should be cleaned up. Not only is it rusty, it's got a layer of oxidation there that's going to change the alignment slightly. Let's get this cleaned up and put back together. Okay, so I got a battery hooked up to this, positive cable to the main stud, test switch connected to the S terminal, grounded. And as you can see, no action. Now the starter motor does run the motor itself, so the solenoid's either failed. If I go right directly to the motor does run, but the solenoid has failed. I see a wire sticking out of the side of the solenoid. Anyways, poor quality in my opinion. What brand is this? Remy. Anyways, well, we'll give it back to him. He can deal with the warranty. Let's see if it starts now. So there's the mounting surfaces cleaned up, the eyelet's cleaned. So we're going to put the new starter in now. I've checked the ring gear teeth by turning the engine over, and the flywheel teeth are all good. So let's see if it starts from the ignition switch now. Make sure it's in park. That's it. We'll call this one fixed. Thanks for watching.